Hey, what's up? It's your girl Fariyda G. So let's jump right into it. So for those of you who've been following me for a minute, I have a son. He just left 7th grade and he's going into 8th grade. And so I already got back his state exam scores for ELA. And thank God he did well. And so he got all 3s, which shows that he's on grade level, right? He got 3s for ELA. He also got 3s for math. But I'm not satisfied. I want to dive deeper because I know that we can do better, and so can you. And so what I did was, since those state exams have been released, meaning what the scores are, therefore the release questions have also been released. And so if you go to Google and you type in grades 3 to 8, which I'll link it here, state exam released questions for both ELA, math, science, right? You'll be able to see what scholars actually experience. And so as I'm looking, I see that for 7th grade, the first text was an excerpt from Grandmother 5 Baskets. So I've never heard of that text. So right away I went to Google and I said, what is Grandmother 5 Basket? And it said it's a children's historical fiction picture book, which this just goes to show why genre framing. What's the genre? How should I be thinking about it? How did the author craft the text is so important here, right? And it says it tells the story of a 12-year-old Creek Native American girl named Anna who learns traditional basket making from an early tribal elder. All right, and so right there's historical context, there's culture there, and so I know that I can already infer that the language will be rich and the text will be complex. So as I scroll down, right, I'm looking at my laptop, I look at what the first question was. Here we go. How do paragraphs 1 and 2 develop the character of the narrator? So that's a really deep question, right? And we'll dive more into that and why that question is deep. I'm just running through some of the questions, but let's keep going. What is the importance of paragraph 8 in the story? So now I'm making the connection between all of the paragraphs, but now from paragraphs 1 through 7, why is 8? There's something about 8 that the author has zoomed in on, right? And then here's something that I thought was pretty powerful. Question number 4. Some people say that the best way to gain a skill is by participating rather than simply hearing about it or watching someone else. Which detail from the story best shows how this idea is represented? So you have to have some kind of background knowledge about why it might be better to get your hands dirty versus just hearing. Also, when a kid is asked a question or an adult, which best shows? That's process of elimination in addition to your deep comprehension, in addition to, more importantly, meaning making. So the same thing that I'm doing, and I'm preparing for my son Colin when he comes back from vacation, where we're going to dive deeper, you can do the same, because deep comprehension is built over time. It's not something that we cram. It's not something that we see it's an issue and now we're reactive. It's something that you do over time. You do it through questioning. You do it through genres. And more importantly, you do it through using the data. I'll see you soon on FluentisLit, where we're going to dive into it. Happy planning.